On a Vanishing on the Open Road, March 2, 1996, Alicia Showalter Reynolds, a 25-year-old doctoral student in chemistry, left Baltimore in her white Mercury Tracer, headed toward Charlottesville, Virginia. She was going to meet her mother for a day of wedding dress shopping. It was supposed to be joyful, simple, but Alicia never made it. Somewhere along Route 29, she vanished. No cries for help, no signs of a crash, just silence. And within days, a chilling pattern would emerge, suggesting Alicia wasn't alone in her fate. Who was Alicia? Alicia wasn't the type to go missing. Bright, accomplished, deeply loved. Engaged to be married, focused on her career in chemistry. A proud daughter, sister, and fiancé. That day, she left Baltimore early, called her mom around 9:30 a.m. to confirm directions, and said she'd see her around 10:30. That was the last anyone heard from her. When Alicia didn't show up, her mother, Sadie, knew instantly something was wrong. A troubling discovery. By nightfall, police were called. The next morning, her abandoned car was discovered on the shoulder of Route 29 near Culpeper. Keys inside, hood propped open. No signs of Alicia. No damage to the car. It looked staged. Witnesses soon came forward. At least 4 women reported that a man in a dark-colored pickup had flagged them down on Route 29 that same day, claiming something was wrong with their car. All said he was calm, polite, convincing. All had refused his help. Alicia hadn't. A serial lurking on Route 29. Authorities began to see the outline of a predator, a man preying on women traveling alone. His method was disturbingly clever. Spot a solo female driver, flag her down with urgency, claim her car was malfunctioning, offer a ride or help. Some women described the truck. Others remembered a logo, possibly a business decal on the door. The pattern was there, but Alicia had disappeared, and time was running out. 5. The search becomes national. As news spread, media dubbed the mysterious figure the Route 29 stalker. Helicopters combed the Virginia countryside. Flyers flooded convenience stores, gas stations, and rest stops. Alicia's family appeared on local TV pleading for help. Her fiancé, her parents, they all refused to believe she had simply walked away. Search teams expanded outward, but it would take 2 long months before the silence broke. 6. A body in the woods. On May 7, 1996, a farmer in Lignum, Virginia, just 15 miles from where Alicia's car was found, discovered skeletal remains. They were partially buried, hidden beneath brush. It was Alicia. She had been murdered. The autopsy could not determine the exact cause of death, but the scene suggested it had been fast and violent. The gentle joy Alicia carried into that Saturday morning had been stolen, and somewhere her killer was still driving free. 7. Suspect Richard Evonitz. Years passed, and in 2002 a name emerged. Richard Evonitz. Evonitz was a serial predator responsible for the kidnapping and murder of 3 teenage girls in Virginia. He had a history of stalking young women, and he had lived just miles from Route 29 at the time of Alicia's disappearance. After a nationwide manhunt, Evonitz died by suicide as police closed in. He never confessed to Alicia's murder, but investigators remain convinced he may be linked. Still, without physical evidence or a confession, the case remains technically unsolved. At the unofficial victim list, Alicia wasn't the only one. In the years surrounding her death, over a dozen women reported being approached by a man on Route 29 matching the same description. Dark truck, urgent warning, polite tone. Some believe Evonitz was responsible. Others think a second predator was operating in the same area. To this day, Virginia residents talk about Route 29 like a legend, a haunted corridor, where something evil once drove freely. 9. The family's long grief. Alicia's family never stopped pushing. They established the Alicia Reynolds Foundation, dedicated to protecting women and supporting families of missing persons. Her mother, Sadie, became an outspoken advocate, reminding the world that Alicia was more than a case. She was a daughter, a light, a promise. Even now, nearly 3 decades later, her absence still echoes. In weddings that never happened, in birthdays left uncelebrated, in questions left unanswered. 10. What lingers on Route 29. Today, Route 29 still runs through rural Virginia. Scenic, quiet, familiar. But for those who remember 1996, it will always feel different. It will always be the road where a young woman vanished into silence because she trusted the wrong stranger, because no one saw the danger behind the kindness, because sometimes evil smiles and says, "I'm just trying to help." Subscribe to the Silent Files for more stories like this. where the surface hides far more than meets the eye. Tell us in the comments, do you believe Richard Evonitz was Alicia's killer? Or is someone else still out there? This is the Silent Files, where quiet roads hold loud secrets, and we tell the stories no one else will.